Today I want to talk to y'all about trust issues. It's this thing in our society, people have a problem trusting people. And when you say you have trust issues, what does that mean? It means you have a problem trusting. The issue is that you don't trust enough. The issue is not that the lack of trust is not good, yet we speak on this lack of trust as if it's a thing that we should be teaching ourselves and teaching our young people and teaching other people. Why are we walking around telling people that, yeah, you shouldn't be trusting nobody, trust nobody? That to me sounds like an adaptation to imperfections in people. It sounds like a defense mechanism to me. It doesn't sound like something that should be passed on generations after generations. It's definitely not something that we should be proud to have. Because when I hear people talk about trust issues, these things fuck up relationships. I can't tell you the amount of people that say that they can't have a loving relationship with a person because they got trust issues. Shout out to my people that's from the streets. These people that have come up in these hard environments. What do these people have? Everybody that comes from the street life has trust issues. Because trust will get you killed in the streets. And that's fucked up. That's not something that we should be okay with. We should not be okay with these trust issues. And I feel like the trust issues are not in these other people. Everything always starts within. And I feel like people have problems trusting themselves. Can you trust yourself to do the right thing? Can you trust yourself to speak when you feel moved? Can you trust yourself to put yourself first and not anybody else's needs? Can you trust yourself to take care of yourself? To control your own desires? Your own selfish desires that'll maybe give you some temporary pleasure, but in the end, it's gonna put you in a fucked up situation. Can you trust yourself to be good to yourself? And a lot of us cannot say yes. We can't even trust ourselves. And this lack of trust within, it spills over into our relationships with other people. So I'm here to give you a message to challenge every last one of y'all to start trusting more. We need to live in a more trusting society. What was Martin Luther King's dream about? It was everything about trust. It was about trusting ourselves and trusting our fellow man. You got to trust yourself before you can trust anybody else, or before you can really love and live in a society where, you know, you don't hate people. Hate and trust can't exist together. I was talking to somebody about, can you love somebody and not trust them? And they said, yeah. That tells me trust is really more powerful than love. It's telling me a lot of the society, we try to beef up this love word as if that's the most powerful thing. And we're not gonna act like love is not powerful. It is. And it is connected to love. You gotta love yourself enough and know yourself enough. You gotta have enough faith in yourself to say, hey, I trust myself to make the right decision in all moments. I trust myself to speak what needs to be said. Even if it's not what feels good to say, even if I know my words might make somebody else uncomfortable, I trust myself to always do what's righteous. I trust myself to keep my word. I trust myself to not be perfect, but I trust myself that if I fuck up, I'm going to self-reflect and I'm going to do the work necessary to become a better person. This is the things that people do not trust themselves to do. And this is why we have trust issues. That's why it's an issue. Stop pushing this shit about don't trust nobody. Stop. And then we have to push these behaviors on our kids. It's fucked up that we can't trust our kids, or we can't be comfortable enough to have our kids out in the world because we don't even trust people to not do fucked up shit to our kids. And those people that do fucked up things to kids, they can't trust themselves to do right by kids, to protect kids. Whatever people do that's not righteous, they can't trust themselves to be good. Everything starts within. When everybody starts trusting themselves and holding themselves accountable and holding themselves to a higher standard, then we'll live in a society where we don't have to look at our fellow man as a threat. We don't have to walk around with these trust issues. And then everybody can have what they want, which is love, openness, freedom. We want to live quality lives where we don't have to watch our back. We want our kids to come up in a world where they are safe and they are happy and they can thrive. We can't thrive in a world that's built on not trusting each other. That's one of the main things I want to kill. I want to kill that ideology or that mentality. It's killing us, literally. And you know what time it is. In the middle of Atlanta. Ninja run. And before I let this thing go, take a walk with me. Take a walk with me. Come see where we at. Come see why I'm not in front of you by coincidence. Right here in the middle of Atlanta, I'm right here by this statue of Martin Luther King Jr. And the quote on this statue is a very popular one. It's a popular one, and it reads, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." And what's at the root of all my messages that I give y'all? Everything that I'm telling y'all is about moving us forward, moving the mind forward. Everything that I'm preaching to y'all, because a lot of people say I have preacher energy, but I'm giving y'all this energy for y'all spirit so that we can move forward. I want us to move forward in the mind and the spirit. I want us to love each other and grow together. But in order to grow together, everybody has to take accountability for their own growth. So when I'm speaking, yes, I'm speaking to every individual that looks at these videos. I want it to touch your spirit so that you can change, so that you understand that you are just as accountable as Martin Luther King was. This man wasn't any more powerful than any one of you. The only thing that separates him from a lot of people and anyone who's in a position of power is that they have the guts and the courage to actually trust their spirit and to do what they feel moved to do in order to make this world better. In order to trust that, you have to get rid of fear. You cannot be scared. And all this lack of trust is a fear mindset. And we're killing that. We're killing that. Now moving forward, we're killing that. We're not scared anymore. We don't have a problem trusting ourselves. And in doing that, we don't have a problem trusting each other.